Hi, I'm Danny the Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Today I have my oh no, you're a guest. Sidekick. What we thought we'd do today is a lot of people have received the PDF about what's happening in HyperNation, and I thought my last video, I thought I was going to read it to you, and then I thought that's not going to work.
You can't read.
Rob and I thought we'd sit down here and have a discussion. Now, there's been a lot of chat on Telegram groups about what it actually means, and I've even heard that they're going to start up something called HyperPlanet.
Is that the next incarnation?
I don't know, but let's get started. Rob's going to take the leadership here. He's got the PDF, and he's going to read it out, and I'm going to do my best to... disclaimer. Disclaimer is, Rob, that I've actually lost touch of what was happening with HyperNation. I was really intensely involved in HyperVerse, and now HyperNation has come over, so I'm going to probably not know everything for a change.
With this, Danny, we're going to get up to play, like right up to play what's happening right now, because this is a damning report.
Wow, that's excellent. And I've just noticed that Mr. H has joined us. He's behind us, and he's got his arm other side in there. He's got his arm around us, so he's like one of the bros.
He's scratching my back.
I reckon we should have worn our masks, but we haven't. All right, let's get into it, Rob. So what have we got? We've got, what's it called first? Okay,
so this is I've got to go back now. This is the community review report from HyperNation. This is the official report, 16 pages of it.
I've noticed you have printed both sides.
I know.
I'm trying to get a judge to do that.
I know. So I'm going to sprint through really quick. Coverage and objectives. This is page 2. Overview of challenges and concerns, proof of burn system for HND, impact of recruitment and withdrawals, and the report objectives are to enhance transparency and clarity, regain trust and confidence, encourage communication and collaboration. So we're just going to sprint through this. I'm going to ask you some questions. Well, I'm going to read some stuff out, ask you some questions, and we're going to enlighten people, because there's a fair bit in here that I just looked through earlier.
Okay.
And I thought it was quite interesting.
I'm actually quite excited.
Are you? I'm actually pretty excited as well, because I think this is going to rip the veil off of a lot of this hyper stuff.
The problem I have is sort of like, is this the end? I don't think it is. I think they're still going to, so I'm really intrigued to see how their exit strategy is working.
I think it's going to be really interesting, having read this report, whether people who have been involved in any of the hyper incarnations are going to be involved in another one, or if they're going to think, oh, I had no idea this was this.
Can I go through the hypers?
You can.
Okay, so we had Hyper Capital, Hyper Fund, HyperVerse, HyperNation, HyperCosmos, HyperPlanet, Hyper Store. I think that was about all of them. And it was all run by a company called Hypertech.
Not hyperbole.
Anyway, so...
Right, disclaimer of the community review report. I'm going to read this out really quick.
They still have disclaimers.
Yes, this report addresses various inquiries regarding the HyperNation and its products, including recruitment, rewards, withdrawals, and financial matters. The platform has faced certain challenges that required essential changes to the reward system. Additionally, the platform has encountered unexpected financial setbacks that resulted in a shortage of funds and the need for an alternative solution.
Hold on a minute. Casey Neistat, we were watching him the other day.
Yes, last night, 2 nights ago.
He edits his videos. We don't.
On the fly.
And I specialise in long form, which is like a train that's going to Russia and you can't get off. But one thing I did learn, and you learned, what was the one word out of those 2 first paragraphs out of the 3 that really you want to emphasise? Solution?
Alternative solution.
Alternative solution. This is Casey Neistat would go, alternative. Carry on, Rob.
This report also contains information regarding the implementation of a staking mechanism. It is important to note that the fluctuations in the HyperNation platform and its token are not surprising and are related to the challenges and concerns the platform has been addressing. Moreover, the report highlights that recruitment has slowed down since November, which is 6 months ago, way before the decline of HNT value, while withdrawals increased unremittingly, which I don't even know was a word.
Just going back to Casey Neistat, he would have just deleted this.
Well, I thought it was quite interesting because this kind of sets the scene.
Okay. I fall asleep with this.
All right, and it says negatively impacting the token's performance in the market. But what that basically means is that what we're going to get into, some of this stuff does not appear good for HyperNation.
Is it game over?
Let's see.
Hey, that's what our title says. HyperNation, HyperVerse, which theoretically are two separate entities because HyperNation didn't want anything to do with the verse, but now they seem to have grouped it all together. Anyway, no longer feasible, Rob.
Possibly.
Is that the catchword?
Now, no longer feasible does not come from Danny, doesn't come from me, comes from the report.
The official report.
We quoted that. I don't know whether Mr. H said it. So, this, I don't know if you can see that.
Ooh. Don't do that, Rob.
The fall of the HyperNation.
Hey,
that's not a good heading, is it?
What about all the people living on the metaverse?
I think they suffocated.
Is that like that movie Mars? That was really cool.
Someone turned off the oxygen.
Yeah. Ooh, hate that. Anyway, we feel sorry for the people in the metaverse. No children were hurt in the filming of this YouTube thing.
Maybe a couple of NFTs died, but...
Casey Neistat would say, the downfall.
Oh, you want me to emphasise?
Yeah.
The downfall
You've got this
of the HyperNation can be ascribed to a range of factors encompassing recruitment, reward, withdrawal, and underlying financial challenges in an earnest effort to ensure transparency and explain the sequence of events leading to the platform's unfortunate demise. This is like, it's dead. It is dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
The team has meticulously compiled a detailed timeline.
That's brilliant, man. I really like the part where it said recruitment, reward, and withdrawal. So reward and withdrawal are pretty much the same thing. Recruitment is saying that they didn't get enough people. They had didn't they have 1.5 million people involved in this?
Recruitments killed them. Reward killed them. Withdrawals killed them. Underlying financial challenges killed them.
They're talking about the collapse of crypto affecting their business. I love the expression, you can see who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out.
Yes. Warren Buffett, I think.
Buffett?
I think
so. Could be. I think it was. Of course, we also, being speakers, we know to acknowledge any quotes that we use.
Yes.
Except my mother used to always say, no one's talking about...
Was that the elephant in the room that was very quiet, Danny?
It was. We turned our speakers off to enhance your listening pleasure. And we can't hear if that was an elephant or a dinosaur. If it was a dinosaur,
Meow.
It could have been a cat. I just realised why we had the speakers on.
Woof.
I might turn them up a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
All right, come on, Rob. Don't bother you. Anyway, back to it.
This disclosure. So they're disclosing it's dead. This is like the epitaph on
Is this the
tombstone.
official report?
This is the official report.
We got it here.
We didn't make this up.
We had it here first.
This disclosure brings forth valuable insights into the roles and responsibilities of community leaders.
Oh, pass the buck. Is that what they're doing?
That's what it appears to be, but let's see.
Is there a bus coming down the road?
I think someone just threw someone under it.
Oops, the mic got so excited there. Oh, those poor VIP fives.
While also drawing attention to emerging recruitment and withdrawal trends and the level of staking adoption, it is evident that these factors played a significant role in the platform's unfortunate outcome.
They just introduced staking. So they were trying to get people to stake their money. Now, I'm not a crypto genius, but I believe that staking is designed to make it last longer.
I think it's to artificially hold up the value
that's last longer.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bra.
Depends what school you went to.
Well,
by sharing this information, which they have done. Our primary objective, this will be interesting, is to provide utmost clarity regarding the factors that led to financial losses within the platform.
Blaming
Whose
the platform.
losses?
Well, everybody who's participated, I assume. What's that page there?
Sounds like it. We've already done. That was the terminology. So
Okay.
I don't think we need to know that. But if we do, we'll go back to that later.
My ADHD says we must go through every piece of paper. We cannot skip any pieces of paper.
I'll just sprint through the terminology, ladies and gentlemen. HND is HyperNation dollar. HNT.
No. Make it a quiz.
HNT.
Token.
HWT.
What the?
I've never heard of that one. Hyper wallet token.
I said they couldn't.
Don't look at the answers.
No, but they got another token.
Don't look at that.
I told you I didn't know about that one. All right, next one.
HOS.
Is that like the battleship that they had in the war?
Hitchhiker Star.
Oh, that's where everyone paid a whole lot of money for NFTs. That's going to be another discussion coming up.
1X.
Oh, everyone's hopefully they're going to get their initial investment back, and they never heard of HyperNation.
Well, it's got a very long answer, but I think that's the same thing.
Yep.
1.5X.
1.5x. Oh, daily returns.
The term 1.5x denotes that the FRA, this is classic, they haven't got that in there, the FRA initiative introduced by Satoshi AI grants recipients a value of 1.5x their remaining pending rewards in the HyperNation, which they can subsequently utilise from the FRA account to subscribe to the assistance pack without adding in any new funds. Anyway, RSM means Regional Sales Manager, and OCS is Official Community Speaker and Peking Team.
Been a lot of discussion.
What an unfortunate term.
A lot of discussion in Telegram group this week about people's pending daily rewards have stopped. So they, even though the systems fell over, say if it takes 1,330 days, and they're meant to be getting 1.5 or whatever it is per day, but a lot of them have had their accounts aren't accumulating the money anymore.
So they can't even see it.
Well, it should be still, even though they can't pay it, it should still be adding up and
it's
show
not
them.
Doing that.
Quite a few people are saying that it stopped way back, so the whole system's fallen over. And Sam Lee, it was his platform, his software.
Was it?
Yeah, he said it was bulletproof, no problems there.
Foolproof.
So somebody's got their finger in it.
Obviously, fools proved he was wrong.
Yes.
Anyway.
Cool, back to... Okay, this has got the good part, guys.
Now, there is a long incident timeline report, and I think this is the short incident timeline report, which I'll read. October 2022, the risk team has identified significant holders of this token who are front runners aiming to dispose of it in large quantities.
What?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that. The risk team has identified. Identified.
Elon, I've got a really complicated PDF here. Elon, stop that. Mate, stop kissing me. Stop it. Okay, Elon, look, we've got a complicated PDF. I know you've put rockets into space. I'm just wondering if you'd be able to decipher what it means. You're going to come over? Okay, well, I'll see you in a few. Tesla parking's outside, and make sure you plug in. We've got the fast charger. You'll love it. Okay, excellent. See you soon, mate. He's coming over and it's welcome.
He's handy, that guy.
Yep. But anyway, he would understand that.
So our team somewhere identified that significant holders of this token were aiming to dispose of it in large quantities. I don't know what that means.
No.
An investigation has commenced. This is October last year. And in order to stabilise the token value and platform ecosystem, a total of 410 million HND has been burned by the HyperNation pegging team.
Man, do they have the
They've
fire
got a
brigade?
pegging team. Would you like to get pegged, Kenny?
Well, I wonder if anyone got hurt in the fire.
Yeah, it's gone.
So, do you know why they burn
Boom.
tokens? I learnt this the other day. They burn tokens to help the remainder of tokens stay at a certain rate.
Is that supply and demand?
Oh, could be, yeah. But then at any time they can double the amount of tokens that they provide, and you basically will have half your money left.
Yes. So, what I think this
so
means...
I was told by my mate Jim. G'day, Jim. We're talking about you. Or James, secret name.
What I think this means is that if there's X number of tokens in supply and you get rid of those tokens by burning them, then the remaining tokens are more scarce and therefore worth more.
Jesus, Rob. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
You could have wrote this.
I could have. I didn't.
He could have.
November 2022. The HyperNation is currently grappling.
So that's the month after, October, November. So this is,
1 month later.
Because I noticed they jumped from month to month and year to year, and they got all around the what? You watch.
Possibly. The HyperNation is currently grappling with multiple challenges, such as inadequate recruitment, not enough people coming on board, and community performance, as well as a high volume of withdrawals.
Does that mean there's only so many stupid people out there that would sign up?
There's not enough stupid people. Yeah.
I think I'm going blurry.
And they're taking money out as well.
Oh, sorry, trying to get comfy.
And the other thing that happened in November.
Oh, they're not taking money out?
Yes.
Why would they do
withdrawals,
that?
as well as a high volume of withdrawals.
Oh, I didn't realise this was an investment opportunity.
It's the withdrawal strategy,
I actually
Danny.
thought it was like you put your money in and then you get rewards. Did they say money?
Well, they say withdrawals.
Oh, withdrawals.
Yeah.
But I thought they gave rewards. I didn't know you could take these rewards.
Inadequate recruitment and community performance, not too sure what that means, as well as a high volume of withdrawals.
Community performance is...
Money coming out, not enough money going in.
That's right, but the community... What did I say? Community performance is where the community didn't share it on social media because you used to get bonuses.
Oh, yes.
Bonuses for putting it on social media.
Logging in as well, wasn't it?
You had to log in every day or you lost your money, just like when you put your money in the bank.
Yes. Naughty. Naughty.
Oh, so it's not HyperVerse or HyperNation's fault. It sounds like the VIPs haven't been working hard enough.
It's the people's fault.
Yeah, and they hadn't been, what's that word again? I've forgotten already. Community performance. The community has been questioning whether it's a real deal or not.
Naughty. The other thing that happened in November, the corporate, depletes its... God, this is hard to read. Excuse me, God.
That's why I didn't read it, kids. Got my mate Rob to come around. Rob, no name.
The corporation, who's got a stutter, by the way, the corporation depletes its resources, resulting in minimal liquidity for daily operations.
Are they saying that HyperNation is a corporation?
I think they are, and that it ran out of money.
Have they not?
Didn't have enough liquidity.
Do they not know what a real corporation looks like? Can you imagine Microsoft saying this?
It's printing its own money, but it still runs out.
Oh, oops. That's so...
December 2022. Despite the introduction of liquidity mining, they're mining for liquidity.
Liquidity is another flash for money, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Cash flow. Cash flow.
Yeah, good boy.
Yeah, thank you.
Despite the introduction of liquidity mining and hyper-yield aggregator initiatives, they failed to attract the anticipated market attention and support, leading to minimal engagement. In other words, no one could be bothered to put their money into it.
Yeah. And there was a word in there that got me attention. They all run to... aggregator reminds me of something that you...
Hyper-yield aggregator.
What the hell is it?
I wonder if that's yield rewards. Like they increase the rewards?
No, I want
Elon or no?
No, Elon's hasn't turned up.
Jeff.
No, Chat GP. What's it called?
Hyper-yield aggregator.
What is hyper-yield aggregator? Just going to ask Chat GP.
ChatGPT will know.
Let's see. Oh my God, it's got an answer. Oh no, it's too long.
Wait,
I'm not reading that. I'm embarrassing myself.
A hyper-yield aggregator is a financial platform or protocol that aims to maximize investment returns by actively seeking out and optimizing yield opportunities across various decentralized finance or DeFi platforms. It automatically analyzes and allocates funds to different strategies such as liquidity provision, lending, staking, and yield farming to generate the highest possible yield for users by aggregating and compounding returns from multiple sources. Hyper-yield aggregators offer...
Fuck that. I'm not reading that shit. No, I reckon it's something to do with smart contracts.
Close enough.
That was
the
painful.
other thing that happened in December... Recruitment and community performance.
They had the same problem as they did in November.
It's ongoing.
Ongoing.
It's ongoing. Recruitment and community performance persisted to decline.
Mr. H, did you know about this? Did you know they were having problems?
In multiple regions, and there has been a notable increase in withdrawals. No money going in, a lot of money coming out.
Hey, just have a quick look at the background there, Rob. Notice all those people on the bottom?
Oh, there's a lot of people. Is that our audience, Danny?
Every single one of those guys has probably made at least a couple $100,000 out of this.
Nice.
That's been on the low side. I mean, I'm just saying that because I know
we should have got in.
VIP 5s theoretically have made a shitload of money.
We missed out.
Yep. I can't even afford to get on the bus these days because my back of my window screen of my car got busted and I have to get it fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Where are we up to? December.
As a result, the weekly mission program was implemented.
The weekly mission program?
What is that? I've never heard of that.
No,
How long have I been
It's like
of
my
this?
company. I spent ages coming up with a mission statement for my business. So they had a weekly one.
They had a weekly mission program.
And it failed.
Obviously did.
Yeah, because people weren't tuning into the Zoom meetings.
No one was interested.
And if you didn't turn up in the Zoom meetings, the company wasn't going to help you.
January 2023. The New Year Fiesta, sounds like a car.
I was in Auckland then.
The New Year Fiesta campaign achieved success as Green Box subscriptions significantly increased, primarily due to participants being motivated by referral rewards.
They did billboard advertising around there. I think it was around then.
Wrote people in.
They did the yellow box for $100. Then they told everyone to hurry up and buy it. And then they extended it. Then they said that no one else could get it except existing HyperVerse members. Then they released them at $125. Then they also said they had platinum. And then they also had purple. And then they come up with this miraculous green box.
That was for other people, like normal people, wasn't
that people who saw billboard advertising and didn't know the whole history of this company, and they could actually now join in.
And
obviously
people
it worked.
Were motivated by referral rewards. So obviously if you encouraged other people to come in, you got rewarded for it.
You got yours, from me. Because we're friends and family, so...
I don't like to talk about my box.
Well, not if it's green.
Numerous participants took advantage of the reward system by acquiring and associating green boxes for personal gain.
Oh.
Who would do that?
Who's out for themselves?
Why would you do that?
Who would be out for themselves?
Greed.
Oh, no. They should be for community-minded. They should have been doing everything for the community.
It's the greed box, not the green box.
Yeah. It's not the hyper metaverses that they're living in. Obviously, they were living in their own verse.
But the other part of that sentence says, while substantial withdrawals throughout the platform increased persistently. So they're basically packing a sad that people actually invested money and then took out their rewards.
So I'm just...
How do they?
But obviously you have the back end and you get your 1.5 daily reward.
Back end of what?
Well, yeah, but
this is a family show, Dan.
I got that. So they pay these rewards for you being part of the community. They're giving people rewards, but then people are taking the rewards, and that is a problem.
No way.
Why would they give rewards that you're not allowed to take? You're entitled to them.
You're supposed to look at it online.
And once you put your money in, you can't get it back. So it wasn't about people taking their money back that they agreed to hand over. It was about taking the rewards that they got out.
That's just crazy. That's not how it works.
People should not. They should have reinvested their rewards to keep the company going as long as possible so they could have recruited more people. It's simple. It's just not right, Rob.
Loyalty, Danny.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the loyalty?
I know. Mr. H, sorry, mate. Did you know Mr. H is everyone? He's everyone.
Okay, so here we go. We're now into February 2023.
Oh, that's recent. That's getting close.
Yeah, that's 3 months ago. Explanatory emails were sent to clarify the reasons behind the decline in HNT value and to provide insight into why the measures that were That is not me. That does not make sense. I'll read that again. Explanatory emails were sent to clarify the reasons behind the decline in HNT value and to provide insight into why the measures that were implemented.
I think they sent it. I think what they say in there, Rob, is really simple. They sent an email.
Oh, okay. Sorry, overcomplicated it. Second part of that in February, the market response to the introduction of HND staking was
dollars.
Tepid.
What's tepid mean?
Tepid, lukewarm.
Oh, everyone woke up?
Not good.
Oh, good, tepid.
Yes. We thought it would take off.
Can you boil an egg on tepid temperature?
It kind of idled.
Oh, okay.
At the initial stage.
All right.
So, this is not Flash, is it? Yeah, that's... They got a long version and a short version.
Oh, is that why they doubled up on the dates? Oh,
I think so.
Keep to the short version.
I haven't read it. I'm just assuming.
I thought it was the same thing.
Actually, what they did.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
so the 16-page report really could be a 7-page report.
It's less than 16.
Don't you run away now. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when new videos come out. Place a comment. What do you think of our show? This is a podcast as well.
We don't want them to tell us what they really think, Danny.
No, it's true. People do comment sometimes. I've had a
think about what you really think and then comment something different to what you really think.
Hey, the green screen's working really well.
Thank you.
Look at that. Fingers are good.
Recruitment and liquidity composition report.
Oh, I can't wait for this one. This is exciting. Tell me. I'll do a sound effect, but I can't hear it.
Reasonably big. According to the report, the HyperNation has observed a significant decrease in the recruitment drive since early November 2022. Consequently, the corporation has taken measures to engage inactive citizens in working towards collective goals through weekly mission, which are accompanied by incentives. There are a lot of naughty people who weren't doing what they were told to do, Daniel.
I just keep thinking Casey Neistat would not read this out in one of his videos.
No. He would edit this out. He would have...
What's the one word?
People were naughty.
It would go recruitment.
Yeah. Didn't happen. Inactive citizens. Didn't do anything. Lazy. Naughty. Where would you go to promote this, though? You go to your church, you go to your family, your workplace. Friends, if you had any. Because
if they promoted HyperVerse at the start, they would have lost all their family.
And if you didn't want to work, you told your boss to join.
And they got this new thing called HyperCosmos. HyperCosmos is brilliant.
That was fantastic, wasn't
it? Rob, how much money have you got? And you'd go, $500.
$500. I was going to say $500.
Yeah, and I go, I can do a package. You pay me the $500, and then I got $250. I didn't have to go through all the multiple accounts.
Brilliant. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. And that guy who promoted it one day went to sleep, woke up the next day and go, no, don't do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Carl.
Day before, do it.
But you could go up to a homeless person and say, how much money have you got? And he'll go, $5. And you go, give it to me. All right. We can take your $5, sign up, and then you'd get $2.50. You get half a cup of coffee.
$2.50 go in and $2.50 go to me.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
In order to foster alignment and drive growth, the corporation has been providing weekly reports to regional leaders regarding the declining number of recruits and community performance, as well as the increased withdrawals leaving the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think you've heard this before, it's because you have. It was on the other page of the report as well.
It's really good to say the shit.
Yeah.
I could have wrote this for them. It was a Ponzi scheme. We didn't have any products or services. We were relying on people selling memberships. And if the memberships stopped selling, we couldn't pay the people the rewards.
Next paragraph. However, despite these initiatives, the corporation is still experiencing substantial losses. Unforeseen challenges have resulted in significant financial deficit within the HyperNation. There were also challenges in recruiting new members.
What am I going to do for work now?
And a high rate of withdrawals. They're supposed to be transparent. They just repeat the same thing 100 times. Despite the management's efforts to enhance activity through online marketing strategies. Remember when they were talking about all of their marketing strategies with the billboards and stuff?
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was a money grab.
Oh, HyperNation's got a billboard. I saw a billboard. So, wow, they must be legitimate and brilliantly big.
It was really funny because it was like saying, hey, I know this really neat nightclub. And they go, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They come with me. And you get down there and the doorman's saying, hey, you can get in here for $100. And then you pay him $100 and he goes, go up the stairs. And you go up the stairs. And when you get up there, they go, you need to buy a membership, mate. You can't just come in here without a membership. And you go, but I paid the doorman $100. And they go, tough titty, you need a membership. And by the way, if you don't give us a membership, you're going to take your cell phone and all your communication off you. You're going to be cut out of the community. Don't get me started.
Have you got an I forgot what they call it. NFT, HNT.
Oh,
NFT.
I love those. They were neat. They spun around. And they go,
I wonder where they are now.
Well, they'll be sold to the people who think it's valuable. It's like you do a bit of antiques, right? I'm sure if I said to you, this here is 100 years old. This is my clicker.
It looks old.
Yeah. And I say to Rob that this, when I bought this, the guy that sold it to me told me it was worth $100.
At least.
Yeah. Then I just have to go around and look for somebody else who thinks it's worth $100. Do you want to buy it?
Not only do I think it's worth $100, I think in time it will be worth $200 if I stake it.
Wow. Well, if I stake this and never promise to click it,
I'm going to go around and burn all of the other clickers.
I love this clicker. The amount of times I forget to press the clicker and I spend the hours trying to line up my voice. Anyway, carry on, Rob. Sorry.
Unfortunately,
hey, Rob, hold it, mate. But we've done something we forgot. We have got to take this seriously because people thought this was the real deal.
I was taking this seriously. I did reviews on this last year.
But I'm not. So it's me who's got the problem. People have put money in this. People have put $5 million in this. $5 million into this scheme thinking it was real.
What I find interesting is if anybody had watched one of my reviews, they would have seen that the actual timeline that was put out by HyperNation talked about white papers and yellow papers, and stuff was starting before it was even said to be starting. How did that work?
Hello, Elon? I don't know, Rob.
Is Elon coming through?
Elon, there's parking outside, mate. Can you...
He should be able to land his rocket anywhere.
You bought an electric skateboard. Why didn't you bring the Tesla? He's got the what's that, Cybertruck?
He's got a T-scooter.
No, he's got one of those Cybertrucks. What do you got?
Is it a Cybertruck?
Is it Tesla Cybertruck? He's got one of those. He's bringing it over. The first one that's out. Hey, and he just told me that if you invest in it and do the pre-sale, you can get them cheaper.
Brilliant.
But they'll be out in about 2030.
I think it's outside because you know what I can hear?
Nothing. It's good. Anyway, I shouldn't pick on Elon.
I like that.
Elon's good.
I like that.
But we'll get more traffic to our YouTube video now because we mentioned Elon, Cybertrucks, and Teslas.
You must have a go.
Woo! Woo! Anyway, okay.
Unfortunately, these measures proved insufficient in improving overall engagement nor community performance. People just did not listen to us. I just put that in. Compounding the situation, boom. Unidentified individuals acquired substantial quantities of HNT. Hey, this sounds controversial. Oh. Compounding the situation, unidentified individuals.
Unidentified? Don't they know
unidentified.
Aren't they in the community?
We don't know who they were. Ooh. Acquired substantial quantities of HNT tokens, leading to market manipulation and a subsequent large-scale sell-off, which I'd say is the opposite of staking.
That would be Keith Williams.
Naughty.
It gave him cancer. Sorry, I had to say it. Poor Keithy. I better stop my watch.
I hope that's not true.
I've had my watch going for 9 hours and 14 minutes and 19 seconds.
As a consequence, ladies and gentlemen, the price of HNT experienced a sharp decline, therefore reducing the token value. Now hold on.
Token.
If unidentified individuals acquired a substantial quantity
UFOs.
of HNT, well, they would have had to have bought it
Yeah.
So there's no market manipulation, as far as I would know, by a large-scale sell-off if it's going down, because they would have lost money.
No, I think they're trying to insinuate that the multi-account problem. Some people like me would go up and set up 21 accounts, and that means that when I referred someone into it, I would get the 52% that was paid out every time it jumped in, so that they couldn't identify the people that were taking the 52%. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you were flooding the market with it and bringing the price down, well, why would you do that? Because that's harming you as well. You're not getting a lot of money out of it. It doesn't make any sense to me, Luke.
I think you got a good point about nothing there, Rob.
Thank you. Most of my points are about nothing. The setback.
Like your new mic.
Coupled, it's a cracker. Sure, SM7B. You should try it.
Mine's a Audio Technica BB40. Is that right?
Hopefully it's recording. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We're going to be pissed off. I have got record this time. I did that to him the other day. He came in here, recorded for 2.5 hours and forgot to turn it on. But we're trying out Rob's new mic. So I've got an Audio Technica. He's got a very nice. It does look nice. Yeah. And we don't normally we shared mic normally, but now that's why we've got the mic right here, because we're going to have good voice.
I'm not sharing my mic, Daniel.
Hopefully we're good. All right, what are we up to? This is totally boring.
Last paragraph. The setback.
Rob, practice it. Read it with vim and vigor. Pitch.
The setback.
Woo.
Coupled with the inactions of the majority community leaders in response unexpectedly resulted in a liquidity shortage. You couldn't have foreseen that, which has adversely affected the platform's ability to maintain a consistent rewards release rate and adequately incentivize its members, despite efforts to mitigate risks.
You're only halfway.
Has depleted all available resources in attempting to resolve the issue.
No more money.
The platform has minimal liquidity remaining to support its daily operations and is exploring all feasible options. That's that word, feasible options, to fulfill its responsibilities to all citizens.
Load of crap.
You know what that means, don't you?
We got graphs.
We got graphs.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I looked at those graphs and I just went blank, because all I saw was one line of they made money in January, because that was when they was pumping this. And remember, these stats are actually HyperNation, not HyperVerse.
Yes.
So this never took off.
The new and improved version now.
It's not going to work.
Do I risk doing this?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Oh my God! Look at that. It does work. I like that.
Can see it. Look at that.
So the black is actually the black, and the light colour was the red. So basically, if you count all black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
grey's
6,
gone
7,
down,
8,
black's
9,
gone
10,
up.
11, 12, 13. Okay, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26 of... Get it out there. Get it out there. So 26... Where's our lights gone? Oh, look at that. Came back. Yeah, 26 versus 13. So a third of the time they were making money, and 2/3 of the time they were losing money. Isn't that the typical thing for a Ponzi scheme?
Well, it's a little bit more confusing than that.
Oh, is it?
Because if you have a look at
again. Yep.
You will see. Sorry. You will see that in November, almost all of those are grey, so they all went down, which means recruitment went down from the previous month. But in October, it shows no recruitment at all, so I'm not too sure. It must have started in October.
Yeah. No, they rebranded themselves from HyperNation to HyperVerse and washed their hands of HyperVerse.
Right. Yeah. So in October, they had whatever they had.
They stole the community. This is what they do, Rob. This is what pisses me off.
Crashed in November.
Yeah.
Crashed in December.
Yeah.
Had a little recovery in January. Why would that be?
January, because that was when it was peaking.
Because everybody's on holiday and they're all recruiting and stuff.
I don't know.
But then crashed in February, and some had a recovery in March. But
yeah, if you were on the podcast then, there was a graph and it was just wickedly stupid.
It was bad. So
I did notice a second graph though, which is really exciting.
The second.
No, I'll write on there.
Oh, that one there, the bar chart.
This was rampant in India, and then India woke up. And I don't know.
Oh, I think that's on the other one. Yep. So on this one, so this is appendix number 2. You just saw appendix number 1, which was recruitment drive, which they weren't recruiting a lot of people.
4 8 is 32, 34, 30, 38.
What Danny's counting here.
30. So it's about the same. It's reversed.
Is
a third worked and a 2/3 didn't work.
Yeah. So the weird thing is here. And that other graph insinuated or suggested or indicated that the recruitment started in October, but this one shows that withdrawals started in September. And you see that people were withdrawing in September, October, November, December.
Only you would pick up on that.
Yeah, and then it all started to turn to custard.
That must be wrong.
Yeah, because people had no money. They had no liquidity when it came to January and February. So if that's true, Daniel, then this has been actually dead for quite a while.
Been dead for the first 5 months of its life.
No, well, it was actually going okay in September, October, November, December, January.
Oh.
And at the end of January, that's when it all started to fall over.
Yeah.
And obviously the withdrawals went down.
That's why I brought Rob to read the graph. He's good at reading graphs.
Well,
as Casey Neistat would say, graph.
Yeah. Liquidity went down. So basically a lot of people had taken their money out, but when they wanted to take their money out in February, March, April, and probably May, there wasn't enough money there. That's how I read that.
Yep.
So we'll fast forward. So they weren't getting enough people in who weren't investing money, and people were taking money out, and there wasn't enough money to go around. And we already know that when you got a recruitment, when you recruited somebody, half of that money went somewhere. Which means like you had to increase.
Of that, Rob. You told me that.
You had to exponentially recruit people. Like you had to recruit more and more and more and more and more to pay the same amount to this growing amount of people. Like, mathematically impossible.
Yeah, it is. And if you search what is a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, I know it's not quite the same. There's a really cool video that is way up at the top, and it just shows somebody on a calculator showing it mathematically impossible to sustain the growth of, because everyone's encouraged to recruit two people. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So, and it's just
all
game
Ponzi
on.
schemes fall over by definition.
Oh, I don't think they do, Rob. I think
all Ponzi schemes have to fall over.
No, people tell me all day long that it's not a Ponzi scheme.
Apart from if you're talking to someone who's involved in one.
Oh, right. That's true. Actually, that's the technical. That's true, actually. All the people that tell me. I had a guy today who was on my phone. It was annoying the shit out of me, and he's telling me that Hex isn't a Ponzi scheme. And then I asked ChatGPT if Hex was a Ponzi scheme, and it came back and said it wasn't.
So ChatGPT has invested money in Hex.
Oh, and he said it's a different scheme. And he goes, I don't understand things. And it was just crazy conversation. But anyway,
we need a disclaimer that everything we say on here is purely for comedic purposes.
You can only get sued one at a time.
I don't believe anything that I say.
I do. I'm a financial advisor. If you want some good advice, from me,
definitely not.
Don't put your money in crypto. Put it in the bank. Get a job. Get a product or service, and be good to your friends and family rather than trying to sell them shit that you wouldn't even buy.
And get a haircut. A better one than Denny. Next page, staking adoption rate. So staking, according to Danny.
Watch this. Who am I?
Oh no. We've got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Mr. H.
I forgot to put my mask on. Hello.
The heck?
Welcome to
You are Mr. H.
Welcome to the Constantinus of the thing. The Constantina.
Oh, the consensus.
I need there we go. A bit more of that. One. That's good. Mr. H. I'm Mr. H.
Where's your mask?
I've got. Does Mr. H have glasses? I wonder if he has glasses underneath.
He has glasses
Anyway,
under the
that
mask.
was silly, Danny. I was being Mr. H lookalike.
That was silly.
I spent a whole day putting together a whole lot of videos from Mr. H, and I reckon there was 4 different Mr. H's.
Multi-personality disorder.
All right.
Next page, staking objectives and utilization. Staking is a commonly utilized process in blockchain-based token systems. Man, this is boring.
How can you read this with enthusiasm?
But yeah, we're not saying necessarily that this is boring. It's just so complicated to make it sound as if it's real.
No, you're right, because you could
But
read...
it could be real.
These words used in a movie would sound really amazing, and you'd hear them crunching on the keys going... And, like one of those...
Yeah, it'll rise up on the computer screen. As if
but these words should never be spoken. This is encyclopedia
green
stuff.
letters on a black screen.
This is not a conversational PDF. That's the problem.
It involves users holding a certain number of tokens and locking them up in a liquidity pool to participate in the network's consensus mechanism.
What's a mechanism?
The primary purpose of staking is to secure the network by incentivizing users to act
What network?
in its best interest and rewarding those who contribute to it. In some token systems, staking also functions as a governance mechanism, enabling stakers to vote on changes to the protocol. Therefore, staking is a crucial element of numerous blockchain-based token systems and has become increasingly popular in recent years.
Jesus. That's incredible. I mean, I'm just...
I don't know why they put that in there, because it just explained staking.
You went to school.
But it didn't say anything how that relates to HyperNation.
That's just words. I reckon they're using ChatGPT.
I was actually thinking the same thing. And
we should put that into ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite it in English.
Apparently you can copy and paste something written from ChatGPT, stick it into ChatGPT or one of the plugins, and it will tell you whether it wrote it.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's how they are finding people that are cheating at university and schools now.
I wouldn't cheat at university. You'd never find me in the first place.
I don't think they'd admit you anyway.
They would admit me, but not to the hospital. Obviously,
they'd
to the
admit
hospital.
You somewhere. Commit you somewhere.
To the hospital. They'll chase me around the streets of Christchurch.
Next paragraph,
they get me.
as you see.
They can't get me. I'm a fast driver. Oh, last paragraph. Okay.
Despite diligent efforts to rectify the situation and enhance the citizens' understanding and engagement in the staking system, the desired objectives remained elusive. In other words, people did not know what they were supposed to do or did not want to do it.
Citizens' understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So these citizens, what's the citizens?
Oh, this is a beautiful line. The citizens persisted in their limited knowledge and awareness, leading to persistently low participation rates. It's all your fault. You're naughty. Naughty.
Smacking them.
I can't believe these
Slapping
people.
them around. Mr. Hey, look, I grab Mr. H's neck.
You broke the nation.
Ooh, look. I got him. I got him by the neck. Okay.
Yeah. Furthermore, inadequate communication channels.
I'm going to go to the toilet again.
Between community leaders and their respective communities.
Read that twice if I'm not...
Combined with delays in community education initiatives, pose substantial obstacles in establishing a robust ecosystem for the HyperNation. Insufficient dissemination of information by some community leaders regarding the staking system likely exacerbated the issue, amplifying its impact. So what they're basically saying is that if you were a node, if you were a leader, you didn't tell the people that were in your downline or network what they were supposed to do, so they didn't do it. That's what it's saying. And then it goes on to show some charts here, which I think has got the value of HWT, HNT, HWT. This is really confusing. And I'm looking at that, and I am pretty good at reading these things. So I have no idea what this means. at all.
Ooh.
Oh, no, hold on. In December 2022, the Hyper Wallet token was at a high of 1.65 million and was at a low of 1.2 million. The average was 1.3. I could read them all out. I actually don't know what that means.
I don't think they could actually get their token or their thingy onto an exchange. And when FTX fell over, they thought that was a good thing not to have their money on an exchange. So because they used to.
So if it's not on an exchange, how do you trade it?
I don't actually know. But I do know you put them on Pancake Swaps. So that means you have to...
them.
Well, Pancake Swap is a bit different because it's decentralized. And I thought crypto was decentralized, but theoretically not. So you basically put it on a Pancake Swap. You put it up for sale, a bit like an auction.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, it's... some people are selling them for... I'll just make up a stupid figure, like for 3 cents each. And I'm willing to sell it for 2.8 cents each. And then somebody else will come along and go, I'm prepared to pay for that. And that's what they call, it's like a pancake swap. So it's only as good, theoretically, in my opinion, if somebody's ready to buy it. So everyone now who's got all these dollars sitting there could have them on pancake swaps, but no one's willing to buy them.
That's probably what's happened there. And they're only going to buy them if you go lower, lower, lower to meet the market.
Yeah, and I don't know if what I just said is correct. I just made it up, but it sounded like a good story.
We've only got a couple of pages left, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still here, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, do everything else. Have a drink of something alcoholic and stay tuned, because here we go.
Right.
Inquiries by market leaders. That's what it says.
Market leaders.
Number 1, what factors determine the daily withdrawal limits for citizens in the HyperNation platform? I'll read this as fast as I can. The HyperNation upholds its commitment to equal opportunities and UBI, which is the universal basic income for all citizens, thus establishing withdrawal limits based on individual contributions and community performance.
So if you don't share it on social media and you didn't do your job, you wouldn't get the contributions?
Yeah, the more you put in, the more you get out.
Oh, it's like life.
And the more work you do, the more rewards you get.
People don't want to do that shit, do they?
Apparently not. No. While acknowledging the existence of delays and restrictions in the withdrawal processing, we are diligently working towards streamlining and enhancing the overall process. It is important to note that resolving these issues promptly cannot be guaranteed. That's not good.
There's no guarantees.
It is important to know that resolving these issues promptly cannot be guaranteed.
There's some guarantees in life. Death and taxes.
Death and taxes. Who said that?
He's ancient. He's 1780, wasn't it?
Possibly Benjamin Franklin.
It was years ago. Benjamin?
Possibly Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, it rings a bell. But look it up. Hold it.
I think it was before. I think that was in the 1600s.
My new best
friend.
An
American statesman.
Okay. Who was responsible for the statement, death and taxes? Death and taxes, let's see. I think it's 17, death and taxes, United States. Franklin.
Oh, mate.
You're just so cool. ChatGPT. The whole world's going to be taken over by AI soon, so get ready to move off to the metaverse. Yeah.
In the pursuit of fairness and parity, we have implemented daily withdrawal limits that take into account various factors such as welfare subscriptions.
It sounds like a zombie apocalypse, and everyone's trying to go into the grocery store and get the cans of baked beans.
Yeah, before other people.
But you're only allowed one can. Yeah, and you're only allowed one can a day.
And community performance.
Or one bean.
If a citizen's daily withdrawal limit possesses a negative value in the risk management system, they will be unable to withdraw funds. Furthermore, inactive citizens who surpass a 30-day period of inactivity, so if you didn't do anything for a month, will experience a reduction in their release rate to 0.02%. That's like 1/50th of a percent.
I really want to put that into chat, open chat AI, and ask it to rewrite it in layman's terms. because this is so complicated. I mean, I know I'm dyslexic, but I've never seen words like that, and I don't think you have either. Why would they make it so complicated?
I'm surprised I can even read them.
And I don't even think it makes any sense. Am I right? Because I switched off about half an hour ago.
Well, basically, some of that means that if you weren't doing your community performance, you were punished. Our risk management team has developed an internal rating system that closely aligns with token price and tokenomics, allowing for real-time adjustments that accurately reflect prevailing market conditions. The withdrawal limit is determined by the withdrawable amount within the tokenomics framework, which may exhibit positive or negative values. Well, they didn't say any of this at the start, did they?
No.
They said, put money in, we will grow the money. Danny, do you notice? Do you notice that nothing is being said about what corporate or HyperNation did to make money? They're only talking about
recruitment, mate.
Investments by those recruited, and withdrawals. But no one's talking about what did HyperNation actually do with the money. And this comes back to many of these schemes. Is there a product or service here?
No.
What are you investing in?
No. And to fool the people at the top, they were actually telling the VIP 5s, I think they come out of VIP 10s in this HyperNation one, that they were going to do stuff with the money.
Well, they had to, because there's a universal basic income. So they had to supposedly take that investment money that the recruited people put in, do something with it in order to generate profits to pay back the rewards and the universal basic income, because otherwise where would that come from?
Yeah, and it gets more ridiculous, because I've been following this, that if $1,000 went in, $480 of that money went into the platform or the investors or the people that own the HyperNation, and the rest of it went out to pay the people who got the people in. So not only that, they had to then pay. So let's say you put $1,000 in, you're going to get $3,000 back, $4,000 back.
Which was only generated by that 48% or $480 if you put $1,000 in. Yep. Only $480 of that could possibly be used to generate
4 times
300 or 400% of your money.
Is it 8 times? It just doesn't work.
It works out to whatever, whether it's 3x or 4x, it actually would have to have worked out at 6 or 8x.
But they said it would work, Rob, so you should just They also said this shit that's in this this PDF. I mean, it's, like, what do you do? I mean, this is probably, I still get people telling me that they were told this, so they thought that. And I'm sitting here listening to them and I'm going, wow. And then, as I said to you earlier on before we started, I get people messaging me asking for what my thoughts are on another crypto-based high-reward platform. And I tell them,
Danny?
I just say, if it's got crypto and it's got multi-level marketing, it's a scam. And they go, oh, but. And I go, no, what? There's no buts about it. And what I read off to this guy today, I said, where's the offices? Do they have bricks and mortar offices? And if so, where are they? Who's the CEO? I just went through a whole list of things like, can you put money in their bank account? Do you have to pay only by crypto? No, you can't. Are they regulated financial advisors? No, you can't. So is the company registered? Where's it registered? I mean, how many red flags do you need?
How's this? This here is a report promoting transparency, because that's what they say early on, isn't it? Yep. We've created this report for transparency. It is put in there statistics about the withdrawals. It's put in there statistics about recruitment. It has put nothing in there about the activities of corporate that made money. It has put nothing in there about anything that they've done to create the wealth that could possibly legitimately be paying out a UBI or legitimate rewards.
They did campaigns, they did promotions, they tried to sell NFTs, they tried to sell the billboard advertising, the something of the stars, what was they called? The Hitchhiker?
Hitchhiker of
Which
Star.
is basically NFTs, wasn't it?
Even if that was legitimate, and there's a lot of people out there who are talking about NFTs and stuff like that, and of course, like the trading of crypto and the tokens and stuff. If that was legitimate, where's the figures for that?
Yeah.
Why not put that out? If you're talking about transparency.
What you're basically saying is we sold 100,000 yellow boxes. I remember Keith Williams actually blurting out accidentally.
Why aren't those figures there?
Yeah. Well, they used to know the figures. That was the funny thing. They would say, like Brenda Chunder was on a meeting on part 3 video. Go back. It's timestamped. So you go for the part where Keith Williams is blowing smoke up her bottom, telling her that she generated, even saying this doesn't make sense, $640 million of sales. Her team did. Because I think she was involved in Canada or something. So, how do they get those figures? And if a VIP 5 can get those figures, and there's another couple called the Humphreys. Their team generated $21 million worth of sales. So Keith Williams back then was telling everyone the stats. Before he was the HyperNation global sales representative. So he knew all these stats. So you're right. Why don't they put down here and say we sold 100,000 yellow boxes. We sold, the platinum boxes, the purple boxes were $10,000. The platinum ones were $100,000. And if you bought a $100,000 one, you become a node, which means you get brought into decisions for the community and blah, blah, blah. I mean, none of that was mentioned in there. And this isn't even official. This is just bullshit stuff they probably did write with some friggin' AI, something or other. I mean, everyone looks at a graph and glazes over. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I haven't looked at it. Well, I don't even know that there would be enough information in there to work out if it's legitimate, but we will assume that it is. But this is feedback from me. Even, if all this is all kosher and you're trying to legitimately be transparent, next time you put one of these out, put in all the figures.
Yeah.
Put in all the boxes you sold. Put in the trail of money. Here's how much money came in. Yeah. Here's how much actual money went out, not percentages or anything, because it could be percentages of anything we don't know. How much money is left in there? And what's their liability to all of the members?
Did they not have insurance, company insurance?
well, how many members are there? What's the total number or amount of tokens or USDT or whatever it is, because I'm completely ignorant. What is the total liability of HyperNation to all of the people who put money in, who were recruited, and how much money actually exists? I.e., if you added up all of the members' funds online,
that would be
it's
great
like $100 million, but there's $2 million left. It basically means that if it was liquidated, everybody would get paid out 2 cents on the dollar.
Wouldn't it be awesome if they said we had 150,000 people participate?
Real businesses do that.
Yep.
Not to say this isn't.
Yeah.
I don't do
so
things like
the
that.
danger is, and if you guys haven't worked it out, I've been following this stuff for over 12 months. Rob is a good mate of mine. He got hooked into it because I kept on telling him about it. But the problem is that these people are trying to keep the community together because the community believe what the leaders say. And I've been watching a few VIP 5 people, Clayton Ford and another guy called Randall Henburn. It's in my video just before this one. And they're now telling the community that they are going to help that community go after HyperNation and get the money back. And they are already promoting other Ponzi schemes. Those 2 guys have already started promoting another Ponzi scheme. Now, Kalpesh Patel, I'm going to say a few names here. This is not Rob's opinion. This is solely my opinion. When Kalpesh Patel left HyperVerse, he went and started promoting gold standard partners. And that lasted about 2 weeks. The guy that he was on the video with contacted me via LinkedIn and told me that he wants to go after all the people that are running Ponzi schemes and help me stop them. And I went, what? He was the big cheese. Couldn't believe that one anyway. I never heard from him again. But then Kalpesh Patel got into WeWe Global, and now he's into one called DataBank. DataBank is meant to pay out 90% of your money that you put in, and your break-even point is 33 days. You got Sam Lee promoting Stable Deo. Stable Deo was a failure. Sam does not know how to market himself, so he stuck his ugly head out and went after the hyper community. Tried to say that he could help them get their one-time reward. A lot of people listened to him for 3 weeks, got brainwashed and decided to trust him. They signed up for Stable Deo. They gave their driver's license, their passports. And then all of a sudden his business partner Gareth started up VidiLook. VidiLook lasted 6 weeks. 6 weeks of people putting in packages from $50 up to $1,500. They had 400 packages. A week before that fell over. Someone in the Zoom meeting said, are you concerned that people may start to create multiple accounts? 7 days later, they created all these multiple accounts. Somebody did. 10,000 of them. Apparently, somebody created 10,000 multiple accounts and it crippled them. They froze all the money. So then they said, right, let's call it a beta system. Beta system? Is that right? Beta? Anyway, beta system. So then everyone was frozen. They gave everyone in the community double their rewards, even though they can't get them out. And then they said, we've got all the bugs ironed out, even though it's Sam Lee software, and they started up version 2 of the same thing. Now the only way they're going to get their money out of the beta, whatever the crapped up bad system, is by starting up getting involved in version 2. So then what I've noticed the last 7 days, which are really critical, a lot of people have finally woken up. This PDF is actually brilliant because people realise that it's a Ponzi scheme, not because they've figured it out, but because HyperNation has said we've collapsed. And everyone's going, where do I go now? What do I do now? And a lot of people are looking for other Ponzi schemes to get involved in. But the good thing about it, at least they've woken up. Now they're angry. All these VIP 5s that have made hundreds of thousands of dollars from selling you memberships are now claiming they're going to give you a carrot and tell you they're going to help recover your money. This is the scam. The multi-level marketers are the one that make the money out of this stuff. They are the ones that scam people. And they're the ones that make all the money, because what you don't realise, mum and dad investors, like Rob when he invested $1 billion, he was told that if he puts his $1 billion in, he's going to get 3 times in 600 days. So he's going to get $3 billion if he invested $1 billion. And then they changed it to 4 times, but it's going to take nearly twice as long and then some. So, and at the end of the day, those mum and dad investors are the ones that feed these things. The ones that make all the money are the multi-level marketers who sell it to you. And as we pointed out earlier on, 52% of the money that goes into HyperNation or HyperVerse got paid out in rewards. Those guys take their money out straight away. They don't even believe the system. They don't leave their money in there to get their 3 times reward. They take it out and they cash up. And that's why these systems fall over, because those guys are taking the money. You're at the bank. The bank tellers are lovely. And then you've got people at the back, which are the VIP 5s, looting the safe. And it's disgusting. Wake up.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah. I was just getting into this.
I know. And I wanted to interrupt you because it would annoy you. But what I thought about was, if people started withdrawing, it would be the people at the top who would be able to withdraw the most amount of money, wouldn't it? Because they've got the most rewards accumulated.
Because not only are these VIP 5s taking the money out straight away, they keep the rewards. And yes, you're right. So I don't think they can take if all the money that goes in generates rewards, the more rewards they scoop it out. But my understanding was, what was the real sharky thing, which I haven't really talked about in any of my videos, is and this is where you can get the sponsors, and it's not rocket science. But let's say I know how to work the back end. I've got multiple accounts set up. Rob comes along and says to me, hey, Danny, I want to get involved in what you're doing because you're looking like you're driving lovely Range Rovers and all this sort of stuff. Then I would actually use half my reward money to purchase an account, and then probably even use my own USDT to fully purchase the account. So if you go into your back end of your HyperVerse or your HyperNation account, you can see whether the account was purchased with 50% HTV, HyperVerse dollars, HVT, and 50% USDT. If that was the case, then you can just about guarantee your sponsor is actually handling the money and not going to the web page and using his referral code and then letting you transfer your crypto in to pay it. And if that's the case, I reckon a lot of these VIPs are going to get done for money laundering because they're handling the money of another.
You sure it's money laundering?
Yeah. No, I said it wrong. Because if you handle the money from any, like if I have a business and I decide that I'm going to take the money from Kmart and run it through my business and then deliver Kmart products to you, that is siphoning money. That's what they call it, money laundering. Because they have these bars and cafes that look like they earn $30,000 a month, and then all of a sudden.
So if you were to take profits made possibly illegally somewhere, and run it through a legitimate business as if it's turnover and pay tax on it, but you're still able to get legitimate money out, or it looks like legitimate money.
And it's a real simple thing because these VIPs got cunning. Like I know Bitcoin Rodney was basically going to people that couldn't get their money out of the platform and saying, well, if you transfer your HVT to me, I will take it out of the platform because my withdrawals haven't stopped yet. And then he would charge them 30% for the privilege. And then they found out that the money was coming out. So at that point, he got jammed as well. And then he was giving away $45 million worth of HVT because he knew it was worthless. But there was, the people that are bringing in the people, they don't cut them off. It's all done with, they'll be sitting there with a whole bank of computers looking for where the money's going. They'll be moving money around. And I heard that they were taking it out and transferring it into Bitcoin wallets and small wallets, you know. So what I'm sort of saying, Rob, is...
What are you saying, Danny?
Go after the sponsor who introduced you to it. And this is where they love it, because it's usually a family member, a friend or a colleague who's introduced you to it.
That is an interesting question, isn't it? That I would love people, if they do know the answer to this, put in the comments, is that if someone recruits somebody in a scheme which is a Ponzi scheme and they know it's a Ponzi scheme, or if they should have known it's a Ponzi scheme, and they recruit somebody and make money because of the referral reward, are they legally complicit? Are they legally liable?
I think if you're providing financial advice to people, it's like these people say...
which we're not.
Yeah, I am. I like to. Don't invest in crypto. But if these disclaimers that they read out before these Zoom meetings are basically saying this is not financial advice, this is not a financial opportunity. And anytime you mention money, you get kicked out of the Zoom room. But they are still talking money. Even if they give you a disclaimer, it's like I'm saying, look, I'm not a parachute trainer. So anything
I'm going to show you how to put this thing on your back.
Anything I say right now is not going to give you any training if you jump out of an airplane. However, here's the parachute. As long as you understand that, I don't train people to jump out of airplanes.
It's
but here's a parachute,
to pull this cord.
And that button there says pull. When you pull that and you jump out, the parachute will come up. But when you're in the middle and you're falling through the air and you pull that and you'll go, it didn't work.
It came off.
You can't come back to me.
It came off.
Because when you're at the bottom and you're like all twisted up and you go, and that guy comes along and goes, how did you find out about the parachute? And you go, oh, Danny told me. Oh, but Danny said he wasn't no shit, he wasn't, but he still gave you, you know what, and that's the same, these guys are giving people financial advice.
I mean, when you get to the ground, you can...
So I would, without a doubt, if I lost $10,000 and you introduced me to it, and I'm thinking I'm going to go after corporate with Mr. Friggin' H over there, there. Forget about Mr. H. The authorities will catch up with him. But go after your sponsor. Pull his bluff. Tell him you're going to take him to court if he doesn't return your money because he gave you financial advice. What have you got to lose? And if they audit Mr. H's books and Mr. H is driving around in beautiful cars and got a lovely house, and you can guarantee he hasn't done a tax return to merit the amount of money he's spending. He probably isn't declaring what his lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? Did I say that right?
Yeah, I hadn't actually thought of that before. Like, if you did make a lot of money out of a crypto scheme, is that earnings?
Yeah, you have to declare it. But if you leave it in crypto, you're safe. And somebody I know thought he'd take out $1.5 million and try to declare it as tax. Who was that, I wonder? And anyway, that didn't work because the tax department said we're not taking the money. And
I get more confused the more I hear you talk about
I know some stuff, mate. But if these guys aren't declaring their income, every one of those VIP 5s in the bottom there, they have declared VIPs, they would be into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, if you went along and you found their accountant and you went along to their countries and asked their tax department and said, this guy has taken, from my knowledge, hundreds of thousands of dollars from my friends and my associates and people I know, and the tax department did an audit on them, they would be sweating like a pig at a barbecue. Better than a donkey with a hair on his ass. Yeah, so I think
we've still got a page to go, and then we're done.
All right, let's do it. Sorry, guys, I got carried away here. Don't get me started.
I didn't notice. Did anybody out there notice anything?
No. I hope our mics sound good.
Number 2, we'll find out soon. Summary of the incidents in regards to the HyperNation. The HyperNation embarked on a concerted effort to drive the adoption of HND staking among community leaders through a series of meetings. Although initial adoption rates were modest, a more intensified promotion in December resulted in a substantial increase in adoption. Recognising the importance of stabilising the HNT token price, the HyperNation introduced the HND staking mechanism as a strategic response to this concern.
But no one took them up on that thing anyway. So here they are trying to come up with a slow burn option for something that no one really took up. I think.
Towards the end of 2022, the introduction of HND staking in late November aimed to incentivise staking instead of selling. However, the HNT token price experienced significant declines, prompting proactive measures from the risk team to counteract the downward trend and ensure stability in token pricing. A root cause analysis conducted by the corporation identified the price drop originating from the swap market, where unverifiable HNT token
no
holders
one's going to watch this video, Rob. What are we doing this video? No one's going to watch this video.
If they're really bored now, they got this far.
Yeah.
Had amassed substantial quantities at the lowest price point and attempted to take profit in December, causing setbacks for the community.
Cash.
As the year drew to a close, the Western market witnessed a cash-out trend associated with holiday celebrations, resulting in diminished community performance and exacerbating the situation. That means if you get involved in a scheme anywhere near holiday times, watch out. Leading to a sharp decline in token price. Consequently, the platform faced an unforeseen liquidity shortage. It shouldn't have been unforeseen.
This guy, the freight train coming down the road.
Yeah, hello.
It's going to crash. There's no railway lines and there's a freight train. What happens to those?
Impacting its ability to maintain a consistent reward release rate and adequately incentivise citizens. Last paragraph, guys. Despite these formidable challenges, the HyperNation remains resolute in finding solutions. How can they say that? And ensuring the well-being of the citizens. However, it is important to note that the HyperNation has utilised all available resources, including reserved funds from prior investment endeavours, projects and markets, in an attempt to address the issue. Furthermore, the platform currently faces a demanding situation as its asset holdings prove insufficient to sustain the existing rewards system on the HyperNation platform and still does not mention anything about making money to pay the universal basic income or any other rewards.
How are the peasants going to survive?
That's right. Which brings me to the conclusion of the report.
I might have a button for that, but if I push it, I can't hear it.
Go on, hit one. Excellent. After careful deliberation, the HyperNation Corporation has reached the realization that sustaining its operations will no longer be feasible.
Oh, no.
Quote, unquote, will no longer be feasible.
We need to find a new Ponzi scheme, Rob.
Following Satoshi AI's acquisition of Hyperlab in February, the HyperNation recognised the potential for collaboration, considering that the citizens of the HyperNation are all stakeholders in Hyperlab. Citizens are encouraged to reach out to their respective community leaders of the region for guidance. This report is hereby declared as up to date, with comprehensive responses provided to all inquiries concerning the HyperNation. Any further inquiries or requests shall be attended to by the community leaders. Does that mean that...
I just threw them under the bus.
Does that mean that corporate shut?
I did. It said the community leaders are responsible for every bit of gossip, because this report wasn't for the peasants. It was for the community leaders.
It's saying, we're out of here. Got nothing to do with us.
We're closed, and you guys are left.
To the hand.
Yeah, it's like the boat's gone, and you're in the life raft, and it's like there's no.
I don't think you can swim.
Where'd Toby go?
I don't. There's a dog pedaling.
Yeah,
sure.
like we're off. We're still a cruise liner. We're off, but we don't want they've got rid of them all. That's what they've done. They've thrown all the passengers overboard into the. I don't even think they had life rafts.
Given the circumstances, it is imperative for citizens to seek guidance from their community leaders in order to effectively navigate the waters.
I'm bobbing up and down the waters.
Forthcoming alterations. There's actually forthcoming alterations in HyperNation coming up.
Oh.
Apart from that, it is strongly advised that community leaders keep their community well informed and updated regarding the transitioning plan. Here we go. Regarding the transitioning plan and its corresponding affiliations. The HyperNation Corporation remains firmly committed to supporting you during this transitional period.
She is.
What's coming up? The direction to navigate the forthcoming changes has not been made lightly, and we acknowledge the potential impact it may have on each of you. Your well-being remains our top priority. We sincerely appreciate your understanding, patience, and continued support as we navigate through this process. Together we will overcome the challenges and emerge stronger than ever.
Praise the Lord. Oh, that's great, man. Thank you. Oh, wow. Well, that's just, it's quite funny. What am I going to do for YouTube videos now then?
So, there's something coming.
It's Hyperplanet, mate.
Could be Hyperplanet. When did that come out? When did that report come out?
It was probably 13th. What's the date now? It must be a week ago. So 13th, but they have already released Hyperplanet on the 16th of May. Is it May?
The nation is about to become a planet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that what you take from that?
I don't know. I think it's going to turn into a video game.
They did say something about a video game, didn't they?
I've got Space Invaders.
Is it game over? What's next?
No, it's game over. It's
did you see what I did there?
Game over. What next? Is it game over? What's next? Yeah, it is good. You've mentioned the title.
Weaved it in.
We did that before, and we sit there. Rob rang out today, and he goes. He said Rob's been trying to package up antiques all day long, and he's come over on a Sunday night, and we've sat down here, and he said, "I want to go through this thing," and I went, "Oh no, I tried doing it before."
I love stuff like this. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, but no,
I purposefully didn't read it before I came here.
It's crap. It's so bad. I mean, let's think of all the people that have invested. Let's go back, because first of all, people wanted the return on investment by putting $300 in. Then they were told they had to put $400 in, but they were going to get
HyperVerse.
4 times as much. Then they told them that the withdrawal stopped, and they promised everyone they're going to get their money back.
Had to buy a box.
Yeah, and then to inspire hope, they had to buy the yellow boxes, and they had to buy them in a hurry.
And sell them to others.
And then I was watching people in the Zoom meetings that would come along, and they hadn't got a yellow box, and the close date was gone. And then they said, and then literally I remember hearing them say that it's closed off, you should have got a yellow box. And then I remember Keith Williams saying, but he's going to have a yarn to corporate. And then they extended it for 7 more days.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and it just happens. They light up the cash register again. And then after that, they said, don't worry, if you didn't get the yellow box, you can still buy them for $125 each instead of $100 each. And then
tell all your friends.
And then they did the big launch for, I can't even remember, I think it was HyperNation. And then they introduced this green box thing, which I don't even know how much that was selling for. But it was just money grabbing.
The green boxes are for non-members.
Look, they would sell your grandmother right? If she was up for sale. They'll sell anything to you just to get your USDT. It's all about USDT, and it's all about them keeping the community together, because the community are that damn stupid that they believe that these VIPs are not there making money. Now, all these VIP fives that are trying to help you at the moment get your money back, ask them to declare how much income they have made over the last year or 3 years. Get them to show them how much money they've made from this, because they are sitting there hoping that you're not going to ask that question. You know,
really?
I had a guy that rang me up, and he said that he recruited 180 people, and he had made only $200,000 out of it.
I wouldn't mind 200K.
That's pretty good going. And now he was trying to save the community, and he was providing me all the videos. Thank goodness. You know, and he was in a church, and they were selling it to the people. Good stuff. Anyway, Rob, I think we've done quite well. What are we going to talk about next time?
I have no idea, right? But this was just I thought it would be quite entertaining to go through that report and see what was in there.
Yep.
I'm now feeling entertained.
Yep.
Right. I am not a financial advisor. I have no involvement in anything.
I can give financial advice.
I have no opinion negative on anything. I'm just really curious about how these things work. And Danny, on the other hand, might be different. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a fully qualified painter and a decorator. So if you want some advice on, what paint procedures you need. Oh, no, what's this video about?
He could stylise your future, ladies and gentlemen.
Just wake up, guys. Wake up. People give me a hard time because they study crypto. One guy told me today that I haven't read the HTML code in Hex.com's website, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right, so you need to do that. Don't you just look at the website?
This same guy, because I gave him a hard time and I started talking about religion, and then I started talking about...
You did?
Yeah, because I thought...
As you do.
Because I said, I bet you're religious. And then he said to me, he used to be a Jehovah's Witness, which so did I, which to my surprise, I went, really? And he said, but he had them on because that translation of the Bible they were using, he proved to them that it wasn't blah, 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 blah. And I thought, man, some people just want to debate anything. And everything. It was just ridiculous. We lost a lot then.
The sun's died.
So anyway, it's like, oh, look. And he said, well, how do you know it's a Ponzi scheme? And I said, it sounds too good to be true. It's really simple, man. If somebody comes along and says that you're going to get 38% return on your investment in a year, or 1% daily rewards, it's too good to be true. If they don't have a real office, it's too good to be true. If they're not financial advisors, it's too good to be true. I mean, I don't know.
It's too good to be true.
No company, no thing. This crypto shit.
Great rhetorical devices there, mate. I'm impressed.
I'm a bit nervous about it. Yeah. Anyway, I've had enough. I'm sure they've had enough. Hey, thank you.
All right. That's good night from him.
Yep. It's good. I've got to do a clicker. It's been good.
It's good night from me.
Yep. The two Ronnies trying to hit that button without them looking. Isn't that button? That button there?